Whoa, guys, shocker. A new poll reveals what we have already known all along, that gamers don't give a crap about inclusivity in video games. No way! It's almost like we've been trying to say this for a long time. And all of this forced diversity, inclusivity, all of that has been ruining video games because for some reason that's top priority for them, and at the expense of an actual aesthetically cool looking game that is fun, you know? So here we have from Tech4Gamers, this is over 95% of players don't consider inclusivity important in gaming. 95. Now, these are people tell us that, oh, you're just like a loud minority. You're just a bunch of haters. You don't reflect gaming. No, we're the majority. 95% don't give a crap about this forced inclusivity that has been ruining video games. Now, if you actually look back at old games from like PS1, PS2 era, so on and so forth, there were still some games with diversity in it. But the difference is that wasn't forced. It was organic. Look at the cast of the snowboarding game, SSX Tricky, so on and so forth. They had a very organically diverse cast. Nobody complained about it at all. Now, this is where a lot of people lose sight of this reality. And they're so narcissistic that they can't fathom. They can't fathom that a lot of us are perfectly fine, that most of us are perfectly fine playing a game with a character that doesn't look like us. Perfectly fine playing a game with a character doesn't act like us. Perfectly fine playing a character that isn't like us at all. And these narcissists can't grasp that. I mean, look, there's games like Elden Ring, for example, which that's a good one. But there's games like Elden Ring where you create your own character, and many of us don't even make our characters look like ourselves. That probably breaks the brains of these woke mind virus cult people. That's gotta break their brains. Because for them, I feel seen. I need to feel seen. They need some sort of validation. They need to be a star. They need to be the main character. Now, obviously, if people want to make a character that looks like them in a game that allows you to do so, that's fine. It doesn't inherently make you a narcissist or anything like that. But just saying, most of these video games that rose to massive popularity, like Tomb Raider or Halo, for example, Street Fighter, so on and so forth, these games didn't have characters that the majority of people were going to see themselves in, or hardly anybody at all, if we're being real. And if people are going to see themselves in these characters, at that time, they probably weren't playing video games. Because that's what us nerds were doing, and we were made fun of. So, like, back in the 90s, do you think that many women who actually look like Lara Croft were playing Tomb Raider? Probably not. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing, though, is we just want good games. We want good games that have good art. That is also important. Who wants to play an ugly game with ugly art? Now, there might be some sort of instance where, oh, here's a game called Goopy Monster where you're in the sewer and you get to goop and goopy monster shapes, and this probably sounds weirder than it's supposed to. Anyway, you can transform into all these gross looking monsters under the sewer. You know, there could be a way that you could make something like that. But in general, okay, you're playing this protagonist, usually a male protagonist who's going to kick some butt. Then yeah, he needs to look powerful. And how do you make a male character look more powerful? You give him an athletic, muscular build. You have an aesthetically attractive silhouette. Now, I'm not saying no pornographic stuff, but an aesthetically attractive silhouette, because hey, that's part of the power fantasy. It's part of what translates into, hey, this character is powerful. Same with female characters. So this reminds me of this tweet I just made. So if you can't see the obvious agenda here, you're willfully blind. So here we have where we have classic Lara Croft. This is obviously not meant to look realistic. It's meant to exaggerate her feminine form to really, push the fact that, hey, she is all woman, right? She is, and when the developers spoke about Lara Croft and her character design back in the day, it was like, okay, yeah, they wanted that exaggerated proportions because, and people say, oh, but it was a mistake. No, it wasn't actually a mistake. No, they did that because they wanted it to be abundantly clear with those pixels that this was a female character, and so they really exaggerated on her femininity. So then here you have also cartoony, also exaggerated. I don't want to hear, oh, it's realistic. This is a man's body. This is like a man's body with a breast implant on it. Look at how like the widest point is the shoulders, and if you see her at other angles in the cartoon, the animation, her chest is really broad. And I think that's how they felt like, okay, well, if we're going to give her boobs, because usually they try to not have her have boobs at all, which, hey, this is Lara Croft's design. That's how she was built. Then, okay, well, we're going to give her a massive barrel chest. And then look at how she's got that V shape, that Dorito shape, right? That dudes go to the gym to exaggerate, right? And then here you have Master Chief, and what we've seen now, this isn't the best render of Master Chief, but still it works for this example. Here you do have somebody, he has that that Dorito silhouette here, and then here you have a very curvy, I mean, this is a very Oprah Winfrey. They squished him, they made him thicker, and they gave him wide hips and very curvy hips. And people want to fight me on this? Use your freaking eyes, dude. Let's stop pretending that this isn't a more androgynous, feminized body type versus something like this. And especially once we've seen the graphics advance and they've updated Master Chief's suit and stuff like that in like Halo 2, 3, especially Halo 3, I think the suit was perfect. But yeah, he definitely, and I'll show a screenshot of that in a minute. Now, here's where I did a quick edit. I was limited with my phone app because I wanted to make the shoulders a little wider and I couldn't, but still, here's just a quick edit example to give him a more masculine body type. Here we have, somebody compared it really well, said he looked like Oprah Winfrey. Which, yeah, Oprah Winfrey's body. Oh, people will always make excuses for this, but the armor's supposed to be bulky. It's supposed to be like a tank. Can they not? Since when does tanky armor have to be shaped like a woman and have birthing hips on it? I mean, come on. So I much prefer something like this kind of silhouette. It gives him a more powerful, more masculine. Just make the shoulders a bit especially if the shoulders are a bit more like sturdy. But anyway, this is what I could just do with a quick edit. Now, let me also show, because yeah, see, I drew, some people are really mad about this, but look, it's different armor. Okay, well, let me compare it with Halo Combat Evolved then. See how the overall silhouette, it's like straight lines, very masculine lines, and then here the silhouette is very curvy, feminine lines. People can be mad and try to deny it and gaslight all they want, but we have eyes. And then I said, here, older games have better art with inferior tech. So here we have Halo 3, and look, this looks better than this Halo 3. Halo 3, which came out so long ago, looks better than what we've seen at this Unreal 5 tech demo garbage. Master Cheat Day, someone said. It made me laugh so much. Master Cheat Day. Don't like, oh, but he's supposed to be bulky. Oh, but I like thick Master Chief. This is feminized. I don't care if you like thick Master Chief. That ain't how he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be very powerful looking, very masculine. I mean, this is, if you are delusional, I mean, you gotta be delusional if you can't see this concerted effort to feminize male characters and masculinize female characters. people keep trying to gaslight us with this, but it's just what it is. I mean, this looks similar to Master Chief's armor right here. So yeah, anyway, there was a poll. 95% of players, 95%. We don't care. When I'm playing a video game, I don't care if a character looks like me or not. I don't care about any of that. Like, imagine how narcissistic you gotta be. I only want to play a game where I feel seen. Get over yourself. That's the thing, is it's art. And notice too, whenever they try to force this diversity and stuff, and they're like, oh, okay, let's throw, for example, they want to throw a black woman in there. Notice how when they do that, they deliberately make the black woman look unattractive. Like, look at that recent Star Wars game that had a black woman in it. They always use that same face scan. I can't remember which one, but they deliberately want to make the black women look very masculine, very not cute. And it's like, dude, if you want to organically make a character, a black female character, and she's cute and pretty and all that stuff, people wouldn't be complaining about it. I mean, we've seen black female characters in games before, but not only do they want to force their race swaps, their queer stuff especially, that's most egregious, but then they want to make them ugly. Then they don't even want to make them aesthetically cool to look at. It's weird, but that's the thing. Satan hates beauty. God made the world, and God made beauty. God made beautiful things in the world. Satan hates it. So he's got to make everything ugly. Anyway, there you have it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you want me to read the Bible to you, you can check out my Bible channel at Bible Time with Melanie Mac. Thank you all again. I'll catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.